TPCSI fans, you want to revolutionize your sports investing habits? Allow me to tell you about WagerWire. WagerWire is an app that helps you become a superior bettor by allowing you to sync all your sports books and track all your bets in one place. See your current action, your betting history, and stats. You could also sign up for sports books and collect bonus offers. Follow them at WagerWire on X, as it's the best account on the platform. Head to App Store or Play Store now and search WagerWire and download the app. Good morning, sports fans from all around the globe. I am the host, Jeff Dawson, East Coast Sports Investors, and it's that time of the week for the Breakfast Bankroll with CXO Travis Geiger at WagerWire and all his community. All rise. Let's go. Let's wake up. It's the weekend. It's the last day of May. Tomorrow, we flip the calendar to June 1st already. I have no idea where the time went. I was just talking backstage with Mr. Travis himself, and we're chuckling. You know, tomorrow, June 1st, and next thing you know, it's hot dogs, hamburgers, and 4th of July, and 6 weeks later, it's the start of football. So a lot to cover, a lot to get into in a short window, because I go from here to Twitter Spaces as, I guess, the guest with the community there. So I'm super stoked. And as always, as we start the show, our proud sponsor and partnership with WagerWire. If you haven't downloaded the app, head on over to Google Play or wherever you download the apps. It's free. And from there, myself, Zach, Travis, the rest of this community is going to take good care of you, not just today, not just tomorrow, the rest of this week, next month, through 2024 and beyond. Trust me on that. And if you're looking to join this amazing team, send an email to affiliate@wagerwire.com, and we will take care of the rest. So without further ado, the star of this show, Mr. Travis Geiger.
Hello.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm great, man. How are you?
I'm doing great. You know why? Because I feel like I'm in La La Land. I feel the warmth. The sun's out. It's about 72, 73. It's okay. We got, monsoon rains the last 2 days. My lawn looks like Augusta, Georgia, not Augusta, Maine. And I'm feeling good, Travis. How about yourself?
I'm feeling pretty great, man. And it's always good to be here. And I know that you're coming on Twitter with us. You're at the top of the hour, which I love.
I can't wait. As New Shoes once sang, I can't wait. And we're fired up. We're looking to hopefully answer all the questions that is brought to me. If not, we'll always be educating with a little entertainment. We'll crack a joke or two. So a lot to cover, short window. And we were talking movies, festivals a week ago. Bring us up to speed on what transpired. Who won? Who lost? Surprises? No surprises? How'd it come out?
Yeah, a lot of surprises from the Cannes Film Festival, which we should dig into. The headline is that the USA has won its 14th Palme d'Or, which is amazing. And for everyone who's just catching up, the Palme d'Or is the top prize at the Cannes Film Festival. So actually, I can pull up some, why don't I pull up some graphics here for us? Okay, cool. And this, by the way, if anyone hasn't subscribed to our newsletter, it is pretty epic, I gotta say. One's going out today. It's got all sorts of stuff, bet sales, graphics. It's got like cool stuff like I'm about to flash you here about the Cannes Film Festival, because we don't leave anything that you can bet on behind. The Oscars is one of the most bet on pop culture events. And it starts with the Cannes Film Festival for several reasons that we can get into. So pulling up the headline here, share my screen. So the top prize went to a film called Honora by American director Sean Baker. You see it right here. It's actually about a sex worker. He shot it on 35mm film with all professional actors, which for him is unique because this is his third film that he's premiered at Cannes. His first one was shot on an iPhone, and he's never had a fully professional cast. He's done kind of the Italian neorealist thing of casting real people as actors, which is cool by me. The jury prize went to Emilia Perez, which is about a narco who has a sex change to avoid prosecution, and it's a musical with Zoe Saldana and Selena Gomez. And actually, the 4 actresses split the Best Actress prize, which is super unique. First time it's happened. And the jury was led by Greta Gerwig, the director of Barbie. Also had Lily Gladstone from Killers of the Flower Moon on it, and 5 out of the 9 were females. So interesting female jury awards, ensemble female cast. All We Imagine Is Light, which was India's first entry in 30 years into the Cannes competition, actually won the Grand Prix prize. And then The Tree of the Sacred Fig, which is the film that got the director sentenced to 8 years in jail by the Iranian government, won the special prize. He can never go back to Iran, or else he's going to face jail time for his movie that he made about the women's revolution that went on there. So really interesting that there's been 5 palms in a row for the American production company Neon. Now, not all of their palms have been submitted as American wins, but that's the biggest run ever by a single production company back to back to back. 120 million was the largest budgeted film in competition. It was Francis Ford Coppola's self-financed Megalopolis. So now I'm going to pull up stat sheet number 2 for us right here. Some more interesting stuff. All right. Here we go. So we went over Sean Baker. There's 223 days until the Oscar nominations the Oscar voting really starts, actually. So the road to the Oscar is, as I say, paved in palms. So Cannes is really a reliable predictor of Oscar success, with Palme d'Or winners amassing 143 Academy Award nominations and 33 wins since its inception in 1955. By the way, Jesse Plemons, who people will remember maybe most recently he's in the movie Civil War, but he was also in Killers of the Flower Moon. He won Best Actor for Kinds of Kindness, which is the new film by the director of Poor Things, which of course won Emma Stone Best Actress last year. Emma Stone also in this. So we look at the medal countdown here, as I call it. The USA now has the first ever official on the books win in 1955, and it now has the most recent win in 2024, bringing it to 14. So France won last year with Anatomy of a Fall. They sit at 9, Italy 8, UK 7, Japan 4, Belgium 3, Yugoslavia 2, and notably Russia 0, China 0. So that's the Cannes Film Festival in review. And like the odds are already starting to come out on predictions for 2024 or 2025, sorry. And Variety actually tipped our good friend cinematographer Ed Lockman for a 4th nomination this year for his upcoming film Maria, about Maria Callas, where Angelina Jolie plays the famous opera singer. So that's going to premiere at Venice. So when we look ahead, it's going to be the summer blockbusters, and then we're going to go to the Venice Film Festival, the Telluride Film Festival, and then Oscar season really heats up going into the fall. So 223 days away, but this is an all year, all season, like this is something that is ceaseless in the mind of Hollywood, the Oscar race. It's like their Super Bowl, and these awards and festivals along the way kind of pave the road with gold.
Well, you're our eyes in the sky here. Again, you're our and not many of these people watching, and we got standard room only already here. The Siskel and Ebert, you're our eyes in the sky here, and for someone like me who's a novice, in other words, I got 2 young adult daughters, and I got a wife, and we got the Netflix, we got the Hulu, we got every channel, of course. When I was growing up, there was 5 channels, and there was rabbit ears, there was no cable, there was no nothing like that. Into today's world, where again, you used to back in the day wait for a premiere and then a line a mile long to get into the movie theater. Now does your movie go to the movie theater, or hey, is it Hulu, Netflix? What decides, and who decides all that, Travis?
Yeah, it's pretty cloak and dagger. In order for it to be an Oscar nominated film, it has to make at least a limited theatrical run. So you'll see films that are really already purchased by Apple, Hulu, Netflix, etc., Netflix even has some theaters here in LA for this exact purpose. They have to do a minimum qualifying run of 2 weeks, and it has to be in a qualifying city. There's some rules around it. So some of these films have distribution going into it. In fact, Francis Coppola showed a private screening of Megalopolis here in LA just a week before Cannes to try to get some distributor, buzz around it. No one bit. At Cannes, he ended up selling it. So these festivals really are marketplaces for sales. It's where you really go to distribute your film, put it out there, and then have conversations and ideally start a bidding war. So people really play it close to the vest. Private screenings and festivals are a way to get a lot of buzz around it at one time and have Apple bidding against Hulu, bidding against Netflix. And that's if it's an original independent film. A lot of these are from the studios themselves, but they're in the hands of auteurs and they're treated differently than just a normal movie.
Shout out to Amber. Amber says Travis knows his stuff, and I listen. You don't have to tell me or that, Amber. I learn every day and every week that we have him here when we're talking movies and films. I'm high above courtside at the Celtics here, who will now officially play the Dallas Mavericks. And the reason I'm bringing this up, Travis, is I have a timestamp. My buddy, Mr. Lucky, Senior Lucky, April 1st, Dallas Mavericks to win the West 13-1. And we broke it here on your show, that. And Dallas comes through. They beat Minnesota last night, and they win that series 4-1. And next Thursday, game 1, June 6th, will be right where I am right now at the Boston Garden. The Celtics currently minus 220. You can get the Mavericks at about a plus 190-ish. I'm going to pull this up right here for you now. Let's talk some sports.
Yeah, so you made a great call. I have to go zoom out to the season long, and this is these are kind of aggregate consensus odds. So we're going to work on being able to toggle by book because I know it, but you're basically exactly in that range. So you got yours at what date when you
go to NBA? It was to win the West at 13-1.
Sounds good. At 13-1, so you're all the way. You're back.
We're right there.
Wow. And then look at that pop.
See, it pays to listen. Travis.
Wow. So anyone who was ECSI who got in on this at the right time, and with WagerWire, by the way, not that I have any doubt that they're going to come through, but this is good as gold at this peak. And then obviously it's about to retrace back. It's about to go all the way back up when they hit it. If not tonight, tomorrow.
What's this?
The Mavs to
they start next Thursday. They start the championship. They won last night. So they officially clinched. So Minnesota, that ride with the Wolves goes to 0.
So that Minnesota ride with the Wolves goes 0. Let me just double check the make sure our data is all good here. So that okay. They should have this locked up there. I don't know why it's sitting at 700, but yeah, you can see the Minnesota goes to 0. You can put the bet value in there here like this. So yeah, that cashed.
And it was here. It was kind of comical. We were showing some trends, and I was watching. We were talking about some graphs, Travis, and hats off to you guys. And my eyes, listen, what I do is I read the market. I am your sports broker. When the stockbrokers look at candles and all that stuff, well, I have sources all around the world. That's what I do. And as you were showing me the graphs and I'm looking at my numbers and my sources, I'm like, looks like a time to buy Dallas. And as you saw on March 28th, it was 13-1. I released it to our ECSI VIPs that night. Mr. Lucky has a tweet that on my timeline I retweeted last night, dated April 1st. So again, numbers don't lie. We don't lie. It's right there, time stamped. And again, if we went back to our show, we could pull up at the actual recording as well. So again, another reason why to watch.
You got the receipts, bro. And what a crazy call. I mean, actually, I want to, boom, 0. Love that. I want to go back and look at the Celtics too, because you find these trends that you can ride. I'll go back to NBA championship. You find some really interesting trends to ride, and I was wondering, was there any time in the year that you ever took the Celtics for any reason, even though they were heavily favored from the jump?
Truth be told, no. And here's the reason why. They were the favorites, the co-favorites for most of the year. There really wasn't a time where there was a lot of meat on the bone. It was even to win the Eastern Conference. I mean, there was not a lot there, and so when we're looking for value, and value only is value if you cash a ticket. But what we try to do is to add to our portfolios so we have opportunities to potentially hedge during a series or after the next round, and when the injuries to Embiid, the injuries to Giannis, and the injuries to Jimmy Butler, they were just such a big favorite that even a couple weeks ago, we sent out an alert that says the numbers right now tell us the Celtics aren't going to win. It's either going to be Dallas or Minnesota. So we have some Mavericks, even though we had the Mavericks at 13-1 to win the West. I threw out some Dallas at plus 750s to win the NBA championship. Luka at 3-1 to win the MVP final. Kyrie at 8-1 or 12-1, I think it was, to win the MVP title. And the Celtics were minus 220. So I was like, why not grab Jason Tatum at plus 115 to win the MVP, the NBA title? So again, looking to grab some meat, some fruit to give us some opportunities for this series.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, what do you think of the Tatum versus Luka MVP debate? I mean, when we did a poll, it was Luka all the way, but Tatum's the Vegas favorite.
Yeah, why would I spend minus 220 on the Celtics when I would look as Tatum? Now, Jaylen Brown won the Eastern Conference MVP, so there's a little chip on Jason's shoulder here. It took Steph 4 tries to get the MVP. So one KD, then an Iguodala, and my point is, we've been knocking on the door, the Celtics. This will be everything for Tatum, not just to win the championship, but to get anointed. He's a big Kobe guy. It's 2024. This would actually now be the cherry on top. NBA champs, MVP for the NBA title in year 2024, Mr. Kobe Bryant.
Mr. Kobe Bryant, your words. I mean, we are witnessing some greatness. I feel like with this new class of players that maybe the NBA is the strongest it's been in a long time. I don't know how you feel about that.
It is, and it's the youth movement. As you know, hats off to LeBron. His son's coming into the draft this year. KD, some of these guys, the Chris Pauls of the world, the Kawhi Leonards, the Paul Georges. It's the youth movement. It's the Ant March. We witnessed that. We witnessed OKC. The youth movement's coming. Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown. But in comes Dallas now with Luka, who is younger than Jason Tatum, and Kyrie, who now, don't forget, played for the Celtics not too long ago. So there's so many headlines. Porzingis used to play for Dallas. There's headlines everywhere, Travis.
Yeah, there are, and I'm just looking at the graveyard, which I love to do. I love watching teams go to 0 because I like to see kind of what value could have been captured. Now, we know that the cash outs are probably screwing people this whole ride, but the WagerWire bet value calculator, if you guys want to check it out, is a really cool tool. You've probably seen it around, so I just wanted to plug that real quick. And then I know you got 15 minutes, Jeff, but if you want to go into hockey real quick, I think is interesting. And by the way, I'm just on wagerwire.com/graph. So anybody can do this themselves. This is just right on our site.
So we go to hockey right now. Florida took a 3-2 lead last night. They're heading back to home to play tomorrow with the potential of closing out and basically sending the Rangers home, which is not going to be easy. They still got Igor. Again, great value. The Rangers are, I think, plus 135 or 140 right now tomorrow night. The Panthers minus around 160 to close them out. So, again, the value there, Panthers. It was funny. We talked about the Panthers with Andrew McGinnis on Wager Talk earlier this week, going into Game 4, where they were minus 166. And I was like, well, why would you grab the Panthers at minus 166 when you could get them at plus 220 to win the series? Don't put your bankroll at risk. They won Game 4. They win Game 5. Now look at their big-time favorites to win the series as we talk. They're minus 474. So you have an easy out. You could grab the Rangers right now at plus 375 if you wanted to, and you got the Panthers at plus 220. So you're sitting in the catbird seat with a guaranteed plus 2 units already.
Wow. And then they've really been flipping the script quite a few, like just in the last, just really in their series, it's been pretty crazy to see them go. They were pretty evenly matched. I don't know, but yeah,
yes.
Seems like Florida's going to best them. And then and this is for the Eastern Conference. If we look at the Stanley Cup. So you think it's going to be who do you have? You have Florida and
we have the Stars. Actually, here let's just say it this way. It's kind of comical. Pre-flop back in October, me and Andrew, my Eastern Conference champ and Stanley Cup champs to add to our portfolio pre-flops was the Hurricanes and the Rangers. And out west, we grabbed some Dallas at the start of January, Western Conference champs and Stanley Cup champs to add to our portfolio. And before the tournament started, we needed some assurance. So we have the Panthers at plus 425 just to win the cup, and the Oilers plus 450 just to win the cup. So we have the board covered. Now, I'm going to stick to the Panthers and the Stars. That's where I'm going to stick to. And tonight, Dallas back home 2-2, and they're short favorite at home against the Oilers. So let's see what you have for Dallas and Edmonton, Western Conference champs.
Western Conference champions. Let's see. And Oilers. Dave Portnoy's Oilers. Okay.
So it's basically a pick 'em. Dallas now, it's 2-2. So Dallas plays at home tonight. Edmonton will be at home on Sunday. And if they split, then it'll be one game winner take all on Tuesday back at Dallas. So again, Vegas a little bullish right now on the Oilers. Seeing they only have one home game. So kind of a little eerie if you're a Stars fan right now. You got to take care of business tonight, though.
You got a TCB for sure. I mean, let's see what they seem like they're pretty. I mean, the Oilers had a lot of public attention in the beginning. A lot of people like, but the Stars. I don't know if it's the uniforms or what it is. People are rooting for them.
100%. Before we head over to Twitter Spaces. Let's put up baseball for a second.
Yeah, let's take a look.
And there's some teams that are in trouble. And the reason I say in trouble is the Atlanta Braves. They lost their ace Strider, and now they lose Acuna. They're not playing well. As you can see, it's a good buy low right now on the Braves at plus 787.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm gonna add two teams that I think are a perfect buy low spot right now. And actually, instead of the World Series, let's just go National League pennant.
Got it.
Okay. Add the Dodgers. They're the prohibitive favorite.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, Dodgers. Got it. Let me refresh. So much data. Huh. Oh, this has AL and NL switched. Or why am I not getting everybody? Let me start here, Dodgers. And then switch it to NL. It's not showing me Dodgers. Okay. I can show you Dodgers World Series right now, but
all right, let's do Dodgers World Series. That's fine.
okay.
And because I'm just going to bring up a point that due to injury, it might not happen, but the New York Mets are abysmal this year, and they got one of the biggest payrolls, if not the biggest, other than the Dodgers, the second biggest payroll in the game. They have two players, one who will be a free agent next year. That's Pete Alonso, who got hit 2 days ago, but did not go on the IL, and their closer, Mr. Diaz. I think both of them are going to get moved before the All-Star break or the trading deadline. So I think there's two teams that are going to be beneficial to this move, okay? And that is the San Francisco Giants.
Okay.
And the San Diego Padres. So my suggestion is go back a couple of years ago. The Dodgers were looking to get Max Scherzer from the Nationals. And then they says, all right, we'll trade you the Max Scherzer, but you got to take Trey Turner. So they got a 2-for-1 special. So again, this is just my thought process. I think the Mets, if they can't move both of these guys, I think they're going to move them. But I'm just talking outside of what I'm hearing. So if you got a 2-for-1 special here, and either San Francisco, who desperately could use a first baseman, and a Diaz, who at this point I think needs a change of scenery, you're adding a closer, which is going to lengthen the back end of your bullpen as well. So my two buy low spots right now today for everyone would be the San Francisco Giants and the San Diego Padres to win the National League pennant. And also just, again, I call these add to your portfolio, sprinkle some beer and pizza money on it. I'm not asking you to go to the window and put full units on these, but we want to add them to your portfolios.
So it does look like NL and AL were switched by one of our data scientists, but it's okay. We want to look at LA, and then you want to look at the Padres.
And the Giants.
And the Giants.
So you got great value, buy low situations on these two teams. San Diego added Arias a few weeks ago. That has lengthened their lineup. Xander Bogaerts is on the IL. He'll be back at some point. But again, I think the Giants, who have been runner-ups for Judge, runner-ups for Ohtani, they got a checkbook just waiting to spend some money. You'd be renting Alonso for the rest of the year. And then Diaz, again, would be just not a salary dump. He needs a change of scenery. And I think the Mets will be in a fire sale, as next year Juan Soto will be the big free agent, and it will cost you $600 or $700 million to sign. So again, just thinking outside the box, as we did with the Mavericks on your show on March 28th. We're doing the same thing here with the Padres and the Giants.
Padres and the Giants. You're making a Mavericks-esque call, which
yes,
hell of a call. So right here, yep. All right, 2,750 and 2,300. That's even better than the 1,300 you called the Mavs on. So let's make a run.
As I close this show and get ready for the Twitter Spaces, how we always end this up, because hopefully, God willing, we'll be back next week with you here, same time, same bat station. Tell everyone where they can find all your work, what's going on with you and Zach, any little tidbits, maybe a trip or something coming up.
Maybe. We're back in LA for a little bit, which I appreciate. We might make it out to SoFi Stadium, do some fun stuff. Can't wait to have you out there. I would say download our app, because something really special is coming soon, and that's the ability to buy and sell daily fantasy pick'em entries with our partner RT Sports. So that's launching very soon. You'll be able to sell your entries after you place them. You'll be able to buy entries that other people have posted for sale that are in progress. We have really cool progress bars that tell you, how close to hitting the over or how far under they are. You can look in real time. We have suggested prices when you go to sell of what we think that you can, the profit you could clear for it. So you can almost think of it like a cash out, but you get to set the price. And you can also think of it as like a shopping, center where everyone's got their stuff for sale, and you can pick it up. And these are bets, these are pick'ems in this instance. We're going to move on to sports bets after this, but these are pick'ems that are already in progress that you couldn't place. So, maybe they're 1 leg's hit or 3 legs have hit or 3 legs have hit and the 4th leg's in progress. And whenever someone's posted for sale, you can come along and buy it. And likewise, if you got a bad feeling that your, last leg's not going to hit, you post it for sale, get some money. Or if you're just a little bit impatient and you want to get some, money back in your account so you can go make some more picks, you can just, halfway through, just post it for sale and move on to the next one. So that's cool. There's going to be a whole buy tab in the WagerWire app. So if you go to the App Store, WagerWire, one word, check us out. Right now, you can sync all of your sports books. You can add friends. But this, fantasy selling is going to be a thing of the future. You can do it right now on rtsports.com, but we're excited to have it in our app.
Well, we'll be adding more and more here as well at East Coast Sports Investors as this partnership is just warming up, and we're going to be adding a lot to the arsenal and their app, and some daily and weekly educations, some act nows, and we're just warming up here. And I can't thank your community, standing room only here, as we're getting ready to head over to the Twitter Spaces. So please, if you guys have not downloaded the app yet, shame on you, but head on over to Google Play or wherever. The logo's in the top right corner. Get yourself acclimated to it. And of course, go follow WagerWire CXO, of course, and the great doctor himself, Mr. Zach Doctor. We say hello to you as well. Come catch us over at Twitter Spaces in about 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
So go have some fun, and we will see you soon.
I'm dropping in the link in the comments for people. Come hang out with Jeff. There's a couple hundred of you listening right now. We'd love to have you on Twitter.
See you soon.
See ya.